Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second time that I'll be streaming the Welsh progress in the late title Tuesday, which always starts at 10 o'clock in the evening UK time. And we've got quite a few of us playing this week. So last week it was me, myself, Johan, and Dan Kozizek who played. This week we've got Alex joining us, fresh from his win in the Czech Republic, which we'll talk more about on Thursday. But so far, there's a couple of minutes, 1 minute 40 to go. I'm actually in the tournament on time this week, which is a surprise. I have actually got my phone here, as per usual. I play with a little stylus thing, and on my phone, I seem to play a little bit better that way. Hopefully, we'll have the games here live. I'm actually logged into our Welsh Chess chat, chess.com account. So, by all means, you're welcome to add that as a friend if you want to on chess.com. And we'll be following our guys how they get on. We won't follow my games, even though we can do. I've got the computer analysis turned off to make sure that we don't cheat. Just making sure as well, if somebody could put in the chat that you can actually hear me perfectly fine as well, that would be really good. We'll follow the results, see how the top players are going. Hikaru's in it as per usual. Starting in 50 seconds now. Hikaru's Farooj is the third seed. It looks like... is that IQ Chescu? Is that Yandapon Miachi? Some Duda's in it as well. Loads of all the top players. Caruana's in it. Hans on Twitch is in it. He's 15th seed. It's Hans Niemann. So if you see me looking down, I'll be focusing on my game. But we'll be. I'll put on one of the guys' games here. So Major Coast is Alex Bullen. Straightforward Rook is Johan Rees. And Welsh Tiger is Greg Toshchak. I don't think he's playing this week. But we will. I've got Dan Kozizek as well. Dan, please add me as a friend. He is Chess Sir. There he is. So we might follow him as well. Hopefully, he'll add me as a friend, and we can see how he gets on. But maybe we started. Okay, so let's have a look. Sometimes it takes a little bit of delay. I've got a Grandmaster 2876. Wow, it's a big rating to start with. I don't know what to do, not really. Just trying to play quick. Right, can we follow on these guys? Where've they gone? Why is it not following? Is he playing? Watch, there we go. Oh, he's got Matthew Wadsworth, Alex Bullen has. We'll go through the results after the rounds. I'll focus on my game now at the same time, which is really not easy to do. Magnus just joined. Somebody's put in the chat as well, which is really good to see. I'm just lost here, so I'm going to give up in a second. It's like Alex has lost as well. How is Johan get on? And I got beaten by I think that's Tigre and Protrusion, maybe. Could be. So I lost my first game. Looks like Johan also lost to an FM. I lost to Gatakamsky. Oh, fantastic to play against Gatakamsky. Amazing. The fact that you get to play against these people is brilliant. Still games going on. So I lost to Gatakamsky. You know, really ridiculously strong player. Johan lost to whoever Jonas Swiss is. Johan, were you in the top half of the draw then? Johan, that must be the case. Let's have a look at how did Welsh Tiger, did he play? Did Greg play? Don't think he did. Let's have a little look. September the 5th. Is this it? No, it can't be. It was 1. I don't know what time that was though. Let's have a look just in case. Oh, it is. Oh, it's the early title Tuesday, so he played in the early one. Greg Toshek did. So maybe we can get an update from Greg on how he did. And Dan, how did Dan go on? Dan won against the 2294 National Master. So it looked like he had a good. So actually, probably my game was probably the most famous player that we actually had. So yeah, I've got played against Gatakamsky. I knew he was going to be a top grandmaster. Was a King's Indian, and I just went to chuck my e-pawn down the board, and then I kind of made a bit of a rash decision here around this area. I saw that I was getting outplayed on the queen side, so I basically just said, "Go on, you can take my rook for free." I should probably play bishop d7 here and just sack the exchange because I've still got an attack, but I just went for it. And true to his style, he just took everything off. And the key moment came in the second. He went king here. He went bishop takes pawn and bishop d6. And the move that he played here just to completely nullify all of my attack was queen takes bishop. So fair enough, and it just takes all my pieces off, and the 4 pieces beat the queen easy, especially at his level. He's not going to give me any perpetual checks, and I haven't got any pawn breaks. That's the problem. So even though I've got this g5 f4, he can just take everything off. Haven't quite won a piece here with queen b5. Obviously trying to skewer the pieces this way because he plays knight takes pawn. I went queen here. I should have taken the pawn. I just misclicked. If I take the knight, he's got knight f6 check, winning the queen. So I can't even win a piece, which is annoying. And okay, it ended in checkmate quite easily. But okay, let's make sure that is off. We don't need evaluation on. So yeah, we'll hover over one of these guys and we'll get them up. So who are we waiting to finish now? So just one game left, so we should be starting round 2 very soon when that game finishes. Magnus is on 1 point, Hikaru, Shrew, Nihal, Sorin. Yeah, most of the favourites have got 1 point. So if you go watch and we go... Oh, back on for round 2. So we'll have a look at... we'll follow you on from the start this time. I've got an FM who's 2200. Okay. Actually, who's Dan Kozuzek got? Because he's playing. He won his first game, so he might get a stronger opponent. Why has it stayed on Yuan when I clicked on Dan? There we go. He's got a GM, Andrika, so Dan's black there. I'm going to sack a piece. See what happens. I'll show you afterwards. I won, but because they ran out of time, that's probably why they're so low rated at Blitz. I was probably definitely losing that game, shall we say. We've got a little lucky. How's Dan going on against this Grandmaster? So he's black here and he's trying to win the game. Looks like he's got a great chance of winning with his king activity. And he's also, he's a pawn down and blitzing it out. Go on the cos. So white's a pawn up in this endgame, and we'll try and grind it out for the win. But it's who can play better with blitz with only a few seconds left on the clock. It's going to be key. Let's take out the banner. Don't need that anymore. I'll leave the names at the bottom. We want to focus on the chest, don't we? So I'll make that a bit bigger. Just checking that there's no echo, guys, as well. I've not got my headphones in tonight. Come on, Cos. Unlucky, Dan. So I think he might have been losing this endgame anyway. So rook takes. Yeah, maybe it's drawn if he's lucky, but with the time ticking down, it's so difficult to do. There's still quite a few games left to go, including Gatakansky, who's playing on top board. Who beat me in the first round. Magnus is on 2 out of 2, so is Nihal and Faruja, Jan Nepomniachtchi, Fabiano Caruana, and many other grandmasters. They usually get to about 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5. It's Esipenko, was it? Oh, wow. Okay. Well played, Dan, for getting so close. How did Alex go on? Let's have a look. So Alex drew with 2490. Candidate Master, Maxim, and Johan. How did you get on? How many games you got going on, Johan? Johan, what's going on? You did put in the chat, Johan did, that he's very tired because he had to be up at 6 a.m. because of some reason that I can't remember. The chickens, that's what, he's got chickens. And he can hear me now, and I know that he's going, oh, I am tired though, I am tired. Yeah, tough start for Johan, but we know that he can come back and get a lot better. Yeah, again, show you my crazy game if I have time. How many games are left? Only one game left, actually. No, so we're starting soon, so I won't show you. But I won on time in this position, queen against 2 rooks and the bishop. But that's day pawn with checks. But it was quite a fun game. So here he moved the king to the side, and here I could play bishop e5 check and keep the bishop, but I decided to sack it deliberately to open up the H file, and just went a little crazy really. And my opponent didn't play the best moves, but I thought this looks like a lot of fun. And then here I won his queen for 2 rooks, or sacked my queen. And here I should just play queen e5. I think is better. I'll just put my queen on this square. I think that's really good. Threatens a check. No, it doesn't. It's useless. It just takes the bishop anyway. Right. Okay. Well, I've got a FIDE master. Let's follow. Johan this time. See if we can get off the mark, which hopefully you can. 2600 FIDE master. Okay. Well, Johan's really going for it. Those pawns. Oh, I lost on time. Oh, that's so annoying. When he's 200 points higher rated than me at Blitz, and the only difference between us was that I ran out of time because I couldn't move quick enough. I completely forgot to move quickly and started to actually think about what I was doing, which was really annoying. I had knight and 3 against knight and 3 on the same side of the board. So that was a really close one. Looks like Johan's having a stinker here, just not playing very well. He's only 1 point behind. Magnus is on 3, Hikaru is on 3, and Halsara and Faruja, and the Pomniachi Duda, loads of others. So I'm on 1 out of 3. Looks like Alex is on half. Looks like he lost that one. How did Dan Kozizek go on? And the games are left. 4 games left at the moment, going on for round 3. After this round, there will be a break. So, yes, okay. So Dan won a game. He beat a national master. So he's leading currently on 2 out of 4. Doing quite well. And see how the close game there. Sorry, 2 out of 3. Obviously losing to Esipenko. I mean, there's no shame in that, and he's beaten 2 other players who are lower rated than him in Blitz. So when you have a high rating, you get obviously a slightly easier draw for the games that you get to win. My game was a bit annoying because if I was completely focused, I would not have lost this game at all. I mean, this is how they won. This is the position. It's quite annoying to actually lose this. How many seconds did I have here? Yeah, I just wasn't moving quick enough, was I? Okay, I should have just moved my pieces. For some reason, I started to think, which was the wrong thing to do. I got my knight back in the action, and okay, it's just drawn. Who actually is this person from Poland? David Janicek. Well done for blitzing me. It's part of the game, though, and you have to be good at it. Is the Welsh Tiger playing? I don't think he is, but he played in the early one by the looks of things. So, yeah, no, he didn't. So somebody didn't turn up there. Looks like this is who we got. Who's that? He played against... we got round 4 starting. I'm just going to come over. And it's Peter by the looks of things. So who should we follow this time? Let's follow Dan. Okay, right. So I've got our candidate master, Lars Mandriasen. Dan's playing his usual Sicilian. That's the Grandmaster. Barra Jimenez, is that? Might be. My opponent's gone super aggressive against me, which is good. I like the aggression. Made a small mistake there. Possible. I managed to win just about. I don't think I was winning the actual game, but I won by timeout in the end. 30 seconds to him running out of time. Really close game. I made one small error, which I wasn't very happy with. Puts me on 2 points, and we get a little bit of a break now, which is quite nice. Looks like Dan lost, which puts him on the same points as me, 2. How did Alex go on? Alex is currently on. Oh, you got another draw. What? You 2 draws so far, Alex. What's going on? Against an 1853. What? Hang on a minute. What's going on here at the end? How is this a draw? Isn't that queen lost? Why is there a draw being 7.7 seconds left? Alex, what's going on? You've lost your queen. Very, very fortunate there, but it just shows just how hard it is to pick up points on the bottom. Nobody's an easy game. They can all move the pieces, and obviously they're all title players. Hey, and Johan's got off the mark with a win as well. So that currently leaves Johan and Alex on 1 point, and then me and Dan on 2 points. It's like he beat an FM. Kevin 21. Justin Kevin. Okay. Simple chess where he likes to swap queens. Early on. Let's put some rooks up. Swap a load of pieces off. These rooks, though, these rooks on this A file don't actually do too much. So the break hasn't actually started yet. There's still actually games going on. So we'll let that play out. But it's a great time to go to the toilet or get yourself a drink. Oh, ow. My arm's dead. Ask any questions about crazy blitz chess. Put your predictions in. Who's going to finish on the most points? I think I pretty much always choose Dan, especially for blitz. Current Welsh champion. But it's quite crazy. You can play terrible for the first, let's say, 6 rounds. Maybe get 1 or 2 points out of 6, which is easily done. And if you win your last 5, which is easily done as well, as people start to give up, you can really start to get a lot of points that way as well. So it could be, yeah. Somebody's put in, so a national master has put in the chat here, I'm leaving good looking with all the charting. So I don't know if he means good cheating or whether he's just trying to be funny and saying charting instead. Now it's one of the strongest title Tuesdays there is. There's 2 games left to go before the break. Currently on maximum points is Magnus Carlsen, Faruja, Parhamov is the guy from Iran. Karu as well on 4 points. So let's have a look at the results. Where's the games? Why is it not? Where do I get the results for this? Standings. Oh, that's the wrong one. Tuesday, September 5th, late. Oh, this is the one that I want, isn't it? Why is this not showing me what I want to see? It's the one that we're playing, isn't it? Unless it's because I've got a new account. And mine says there's 2 games still going on, but maybe I'm wrong. Results? Okay, let's try the other one. I'll watch early one, so this should have finished already. Games. Not loading. Oh, there we go. So if we go to results, we'll see who won the early one. Who's on form. Oh, well, that's a bit of a surprise. 9.5 points. It was a 4-way tie. Tuanmin Lee, I've heard of him before. Operin and Sarin. Nihal Sarin. Who is Vugar Rasulov? Obviously, is that Azerbaijan? Grandmaster, he'll be very happy with himself. Haven't heard his name before. I think it was slightly weaker than this one. Although he's still got, I say slightly weaker, these are still Grandmasters like all the way down. Faruja was in it, so there's Hans Niemann, he got 8 points. Wesley So. That's the early one. There's Gatti Kamsky. Don't know who Guy Bauman is, but he's got in. He's from Navarra. Nice guy. Yeah, lots of strong players. You get some IMs and FMs now down here, like a couple of points back. A CM as well. Some very high blitz ratings. You can just be really good at blitz. I think the difference is I play a lot of 3-2 online. Playing 3-1 is just a little bit different. You can blitz players. Good to see a female getting 7 points in the top 100. There might be some more above her. I don't know everybody's all the names. Valentina Ganina as well. Okay, so why is this not? So watch. Late. Last time I could see results. Whoa, what's going on? Why is that not moving up? Let me out, anybody? Maybe I'll just click refresh. Nope. So I think this message will be Dan saying yes, following you. We are friends. Good. So let's try and click through via a game. I'll go to the game, and then I go Late time Tuesday blitz. Time Tuesday. Yeah. So normally that works. Late time Tuesday. Not the last one though, wasn't it? It's already finished. Right. So screen. Right, yeah, I don't know why this link doesn't work. I'll just have to read it out to you. Show you my last terrible game. I played a bit of a crazy opening. I'll show you my mistake, which was just being slightly too aggressive. So he tries to be clever here in the opening. It doesn't really work for him. Play bishop g5, actually hoping for f6. And it just kind of encourages him to go g5. And swapping off queens here, I was very happy in this position. Even with king d1, takes, I thought, okay, this is great. And here I make a mistake. So the sensible move is e3, which is what I actually had planned. Guarding the knight, get the bishop out, and actually possibly even look to play b3 to even trap this bishop on a2 in. Not got many squares, but I just got too tempted to stop this bishop coming to d5. And then after knight e7, rook d8 is just too big of a threat, pinning my knight to the king. So I had to take kind of crazy action to stop that happening, and kind of allowed my king to nearly be checkmated. I think rook c8 is a mistake. I think you should go to d8 instead. And that allowed this move, knight coming back to d4, which feels weird. But allows this kind of threat of swapping off the bishops. And then he blundered the pawn here. It's still not over there. We've still got kind of like an initiative. Obviously, you can't take the pawn here because of bishop c4 check, picking up the rook. So then he still has a big initiative here. I don't like playing bishop c7 because it's on the same file as the rook that could potentially be lost there. c2, king back, and then I was in big trouble here. Big trouble. e5 check, and he just lost on time. And I wouldn't be surprised if this even told me that he was doing really well here and even beating me, but that's just how it goes. Okay, right. The rest. I need the rest. I'm playing football before this. Oh, we started next round. I've got an IM 2600 from Spain. Who have you got? Who else is playing? Chess, so before we're done. That's okay. Tomi Totev. I had a great opening against an IM and blew it by going too crazy. Should probably lose now. I might get lucky, but doubtful. Really annoyed with myself actually on this. I made things much simpler. Well done, Dan. Looks like he's moved on to lots of points. Good to see. Yeah, I'm lost. It's really unlucky, that is. I'm really annoyed. That was one that I could have won. So well done to Dan. You move on to 3 points. Alex, how did you get on? Is he still playing, actually? Still have the glasses on him. Let's have a look at his game. So he's still playing. And he's, what, equal rook and pawn ending. Maybe there's somebody else. How did Johan go on? So we don't know. If I get a chance, I'll show you my game, but let's stick with Alex here. 3 on 3. Yeah, you just... Oh, maybe. F5. Oh, it should just be a draw. But Alex is trying his best to win. Oh, this could be a pass pawn. It could cause trouble. Black one on time. Alex, you were trying to win it. That's so unlucky. That's just what happens in Blitz, though. You just... Something that just makes you stop and think for a second. Next thing you know, you've lost the game. It's horrible. And it looks like Johan's back on track now with a win against somebody from Cuba. Carlson moves on to 5 out of 5. There's only 3 people on 5 at the moment that I can see. A few people on 4 still playing, though. Carlson, Faruja, Hikaru, a few others as well, but all the main guys. It looks like Johan picked up a nice win against an FM. Marlon Javier Lavilla Rivas. Nice checkmate here at the end. Super aggressive stuff here. What happened here to White's King? Also, he's a 2 bishops for a rook. And then, okay, the King's just so open. And it's just a case of checkmating it. Very good. Yeah, quite annoyed with my game. I'll show it to you. Really good opening. So I sometimes play the Gumards, which is a lot of fun, especially in Blitz, because you get to have crazy stuff like this. And already, I'm kind of winning here already. Of course, better because I've got doubled his pawns. I could have taken the knight maybe, But if pawn takes, my bishop has to move again. It's not a bad thing, though. I mean, even here, I could have taken his knight now and checked him and doubled his pawns and kept his king in the center. But I chose the different routes, and maybe it wasn't perfect, but then I went a little crazy with this d4 move and then check, and he can't block with the bishop because then I do rook takes d4. So if this bishop comes back here, my plan was to go rook here, which I thought was quite nice. Obviously pinning the bishop, he moves his king across, and maybe I should have tried to get my queen into this square. The problem is if I go queen f5, I think he just goes h4. But at least it maybe keeps the rook here rather than allowing rook g1. So maybe I should have done that. It's one game going on, so the next round will start soon. And then I just get a little crazy here, and I'll miscalculate this. Knight takes d4, and I forget that after takes, check. He's got king e1. I thought he had to go back to f1 for some reason, but he goes to e1, and I can't take the bishop. So I wouldn't have done knight takes d4. So obviously my plan was to go h6 here, just to stop the pin with the bishop. Right, we started the next round. Let's keep our eyes on Dan. He's got the most points. I've got a candidate master. Daniel's got a national master, so technically worse, but I guess he's probably got a high Welsh rating if he's on 3 points. Dan plays this variation of the Nimzo doing very, very well. It's very close to how our game went actually in the Welsh Championships. Not this year, but the year before. Beat me on the last day, second to last game. Did very well. Oh, damn it. Sacked my queen for rook and a bishop, which was not a good idea. Should not have sacked my piece. I resign. It's a game I should not have lost. Yeah, 2 games in a row that I should not have lost, really. But okay, that's just how things go. Okay, so Dan lost that one to the National Master, who's playing extremely well for a National Master. What's his rating? This guy. Blitz rating, 2375. Oh, he's playing very well. And that's actually quite low in comparison to Dan, isn't it? It's a bit crazy. Maybe these players are just playing extremely well. 2375, and he's on 4 out of 6. Are we on now? Johan says that he's played a really weird game. I mean, I don't know how you did. Dan's on 3 points, I'm on 2 points. Johan has overtaken me. He's on 3 points now. So after a terrible start, he's managed to get himself back onto it. He played a Crater to Port, 300s. Katarzyna Willowitz. H4 on move 3. Typical. Pen out just in case the next round starts. Parmahov is on 6 out of 6. Still games going on. Magnus Carlsen's on 6 out of 6. Okay, so he played his pawn. H4 went all the way to H6. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bishop takes F7 check. Queen takes queen. And then, what? He has to sack a pawn to get the queen out. And then all these pieces start going because he's only got his queen developed. He takes a knight. See here, that's quite a good. Rather than taking the rook, taking the knight is a good choice, especially because it comes with check. Oh, very nice if this king gets trapped in. Oh, beautiful. 23 move win. But the key thing here is, I mean, you've got to have something against H4, H5 if you play Grunfeld or King's Indian. You can't just allow somebody to move it to H6 and then just smash you. And here, falling for this trick is criminal. Really nice game, Johan. That's how blitz chess should be played. So Johan and Dan are on 3 points. I'm on 2. And Alex, that's not another draw, is it? 3 draws. Point and a half for Alex. He drew with Los Goes, Women's International Master. Hang on a minute. Were you completely lost here, Alex? You jammy thing. This is completely lost. Oh, no. But H6. Oh, just the move. So move the knight away first, and then you need to get the knight. The knight has to be controlling the corner square first before you start advancing the pawn. Oh. Right, wow. What was it beforehand? I mean, hang on, bishop in 2 versus knight in 2. I mean, this is... I mean, you had an equal endgame beforehand as well, which is quite annoying. My game was crazy. Crazy bad, shall we say. Hold on. This is a bad loss. Yeah, Johan's telling me that apparently all my draws were by stalemate. Yeah, so this was crazy, and I don't know why I did this. I was just getting too excited. I've got a national master now. So let's start. And I gave away my queen here deliberately with knight here. Rook b1, takes, queen, takes, and takes. It was just a bad decision. Okay, let's watch Alex then. Let's see if he can draw again. Draw his 4th game in a row. Not in a row. 4th game of the tournament. So we're out of 6 at the moment, aren't we? likes his game on, see if it makes him play better. Hope he gets his first win. He's very capable of doing so. I don't know why I'm trying to keep this pawn. It's just a waste of time. Should have just developed normally. Think of one? Another one? Hmm? No. Oh no, I repeated when I was winning. Ah, damn it. That was stupid. But I shouldn't have really got there in any way. My play was terrible leading up to it, but at least guess I didn't lose. Right, so how did Alex what go on? He lost an equal ending again. That's what these things are all about, these equal endings. Dan's still going. Dan's on 3 points. Currently still playing, and he won, so he moves on to. Did he win? Was he black? No, he was white. Okay, so he stays on 3 points. I move on to 2.5. Alex is on 1.5, and Johan, you are on. He was on 3 points, and he lost, so he's on still on 3 points. Oh, my game was terrible. I don't even want to show you. Don't even want to show. Oh, this. Oh, I need shooting. That's what time ticking down does to you, though. Oh, I don't want to see this again. So for some reason, I repeated here. Is this still one though? So rook h3, check king here, rook here. So check king here. What do I do here? Does it actually draw? I mean, I had that. I could have done the Lucina position. So here, I could have brought my rook up, I guess. Or maybe this is potentially drawn though. So rook to here might have been the winning plan. That's weird, actually. I thought check. I just got it wrong. Let's have a look with the evaluation on, but can't do that now. 4 games left. We'll be starting relatively soon. Carlson's dropped half a point. He's on 6.5. Caruana, Faruja, Harmahavel on 6.5. And the Halsaran looks like he lost because he's on 6. Carlson 6.5. Yeah. Hans on Twitch is on 5.5. Key player. How did I not win this? I was 2 pawns up. I thought that this was just going to be winning. Push the pawn. I think maybe king here was a mistake. And the pawn forward again might have been a mistake. Rook up. Is this winning? I think it was winning, isn't it? It must be winning. Knight's pawn says it's a draw. Oh, misevaluated that. It's a knight's pawn. Should have put my king in front of the e pawn then. So here I had a choice which way to go. Should have gone this way. Push my pawn. Guess you learn things when it's quick and now you think about it. It's easier to promote the e pawn. All right, we started the next round. Let's follow Johan's game this time. And we'll move on to Dan afterwards. Okay, so he's black in that game. I'm against the National Master. Playing quite poorly, I am, but Johan is against the National Master as well. Oh no, I didn't want to play this one. Okay. Yeah, everybody does this now. What? My opponent is trying a cheap trick on me. Okay. The other one's looking like he's putting on the pressure there. Jan's destroying his opponent here. Can he finish him off? Look at White's pieces, they look horrible. Just about managed to win my end game. Well, I did outplay for most of the game, but just because you outplay somebody doesn't mean that you win. Yeah, Johan, your game was fantastic, and we streamed it live as well. I mean, look at White's pieces here. Knight on A1. How many games left? There's quite a lot of games yet. How Saren's still playing. Caruana, Faruja on 7.5, doing very well. Look at White's pieces in this game. How did this go? What a game. Johan's on 4 points. I'm on 3.5. So it was like a reverse Benoni, but this D pawn starts it all off, coming down to D3. And then the bishops come in. Rooks come in behind, and then the knight comes in with tempo. Bishop coming with tempo. D2, queen in, knight back to A1. It's horrible. And then here comes the breakthrough. All curtains. Really nice game, Johan. How did Buddy? No, I have not looked in. Please take me back. No. I've not logged in on another device. Why is it telling me I've logged in on another device? I have not logged in on another device. I'm playing on my phone. Please take me back to the tournament. Uh-oh. I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm going to lose my... It's the annoying thing, though, about Title Tuesday. When you're in it, but getting back into it after being in it on the app is damn hard. I think I'm still in. I think. So who I am. 1 game left. Okay, good. How did Daniel get on? He won, so I think he's on the same points as Johan on 4. Right, I think he's on 4 points. And Alex, did she manage to get a win? Come on, dude. He won! Yay! He beat a national master. Well done, Alex. So he's on 2.5, I think. So Alex 2.5, I'm on 3.5. Dan and Johan are on 4 out of 7. No, out of 8. Okay, so that's why it's the break now. Okay, so we've got a bit of time before next round. So Alex with his London system, which is Black's... Oh, he nicks the F7 pawn. Loses his light square bishop, though, but it shouldn't be a problem. Although Black's got a lot of play here. Knight here, queen takes knight. Wow, that's not really very good. Oh, hang on, 3.3 seconds left. That's why to Alex's 43. So just a load of blunders and it's game over. Well done, Alex. That was really good. I had to, unfortunately, kind of half blitz my opponent to get the win, although I was winning at the end. Let's turn that evaluation off. We don't want that on. Maybe it says it's drawn, but this is this should be winning, I guess, if I can get this pawn to here so I can get a second pass pawn. I mean, I can play on for 50 moves and then play f6 and play another 50 moves. And my king can come over here. My king can maybe try and get around this way to take this pawn. And with the time trouble that you're in, it's really difficult for White to defend that. It's all over him from the start. Let's have a look at Dan's win. It's like he beat somebody from Ukraine. National Master, White won. Oh, is that checkmate at the end? Very nice. So yeah, stick 2 pawns in the center. And in fact, Dan's a pawn down here from the opening. That's not good. What's he doing? This knight's moved about 1 million times. Is he not just worse here? He is just worse. Daniel, you're just having too much fun here playing this. No, I was going to say, he's put in the chat, please don't look. I mean, what is this? This is nonsense. You know, I don't know if you're just taking the mick or whether it's this. So hang on, the D pawn goes. This, you know, you might get the D pawn, but your pawns are horrific. But does this bishop need to go back to c1 though? Could it not come somewhere more aggressive like d4? It looks queen takes f7 checkmate in the opening. Oh, hang on, let's just have a little look. This is great to see some embarrassments. Hang on. Oh, so here, knight takes, and he can't take the bishop on g2 because the queen takes f7. But I mean, the opening line that you've chosen to play here is still a little crazy, isn't it? I mean, oh, and that's why I say knight f6 was your mistake, I'm guessing. All right, okay. So we got to this point, and then bishop c1. I don't like that. This knight is what, just playing for a draw or something. Well, you don't want to draw. And now he gives you chances to win because the knight v bishop dynamic, and you nick a pawn. And then white actually shows some aggression here by coming forward. But then it runs into checkmate. Nasty. Current leaders are Fabiano Caruana and Alireza Firouzja on 7.5 points. So it looks like Magnus lost, so he's on 6.5. So he's a whole point behind the leaders. You've got a whole load on 7 points, Nihal Sarin, Daniel Bogdan Diak, a FIDE Master, Sina Movahead, who's on 7 points, Grandmaster Thundering, don't know who these are, MSB2, I recognise that name, and then a whole load of people on 6.5, including Hikaru as well. So he must have lost too. Hans Niemann's also on 6.5 points. Algenom's back on 6. Can't see any of the English Grandmasters at the top at all either. They don't seem to be either playing it. I don't quite know why they wouldn't play it. I've seen Gawain playing it a few times, and David Howell occasionally play it, but Amit Ghazi's on 5 points, so he hasn't met me this week yet. Yeah, so good to see some more. I know that Brandon Clark has finished in the top. I think, or was it Marcus Harvey? I've done very well in this before, so it'd be good to see some of those up there, but maybe it's just really hard. Apparently Fabi beat Hikaru, did he? Well, Fabi not known for his blitz chess in the past. He's obviously worked hard on getting better. Yeah, it's very important to work on all forms of the game. Something I've not particularly been good at in the past. I've tried to avoid blitz chess, just seeing it a bit of fun, but maybe I'll take it a bit more seriously. Obviously, online is always a lot. Take it with a pinch of salt anyway. Right, back on again. Let's see who these guys got. We'll look at. Oh no, we had Johan's game on last time, didn't we? So we'll have a look at Dan's game. Okay, so I've got Queen Irina from Ukraine, women's international master. Fair enough. Under the pawn already. I'm sorry, Queen Irina. Kind of didn't really deserve to win that one, but I'll move on to 4.5 points. Looks like Dan Kozizek keeps in the lead with 5 with a nice win here. I missed what happened, guys and girls, or other people. What on earth are these crazy openings that you're playing, Daniel? All these pawns in the center. I like what you're doing, but okay. Wow. So white sacks a piece and then allows you to get all your pieces out nicely. Well, that was very nice of them. This FIDE master made it. I guess your king was in a bit of danger, but I don't think you were ever in danger of losing it. Well played. I got a little fortunate. I blundered the pawn in the opening, trying to be clever. Let's have a look how Alex is getting on. He's finishing his game, probably an equal ending. He's got a rook against bishop, but his king's a bit exposed. Can Alex move on to 3.5? That would be good to see. Fabiano's playing against Ferrugia. That's probably the game to watch, both on 7.5 at the moment. Kara is against Motherheads. So he's against. Oh, bishop takes that. Is there going to be a checkmate on the board? Yeah, I didn't want to speak and tell Alex what to do. He's probably watching the stream, but yeah, really nice little pattern here. Exactly what I would have done. Give the check with a rook and then just take the bishop and then just trust that there's a checkmate here. And yeah, this really nice pattern of just walking the queen and rook across the board, and there's nothing that white can do. Really nice finish there for Alex. Moves on to 3.5 points. How did Johan get on? He got down on 5. I'm on 4.5. And Johan is on. Oh no, Johan lost against another FIDE master. So Johan's on 4, and then Alex is half point behind on 3.5. So yeah, unlucky that. Yeah, he's getting steamrolled here already. Oh, it looks like some Queen's Gambit, and here he's probably okay. And then after A5, and then the A pawn just drops, does it? And there's nothing you can do. Then it's just really hard. So the knight's pretty good against the bishop, but the bishop just controls all the squares and he just can't break through. And he's trying to draw it here, and E4 is an attempt to try and win the game, perhaps, or maybe stop Queen C2 check. Magnus Carlsen's still playing at the moment, so is Hans. And then he loses the knight, and then okay, yeah. I mean, I might still play on from there, but I play on from anything. My game was pretty boring. Well, it was actually quite fun, actually. I don't normally play this kind of stuff. I don't know why my opponent just blundered pieces. So here I decided to go H4 and move 3. We took it up and then play E4, and I'm actually kind of playing some sort of perk here that I know nothing about. So I thought I'd do, and here I've just blundered my D pawn. I was going to play C3 just to blunt the bishop and do this, but actually I've actually just blundered this pawn. He can win it now. She can win it now, but she doesn't want to. Wants to take with a knight, so I force her to take my bishop off, and at least I get some sort of attack. But I guess the problem with black's position is that now she castles and I go F4. It's really difficult to either see whether I'm going to go F5 or whether I'm going to go E5. She plays knight here, which encourages me to castle queenside. And then, okay, I don't take the pawn on G4 because then she probably would take here and then take my pawn on A2 check. Although actually that does lose the knight, so I should have allowed that. But I mean, H5 is just really good because the problem is rook H4 comes in too soon, and D5 is just a blunder, I think. And then rook takes, so you can't take the knight because the rook takes G6. So if the bishop's not there, that would be check and win the queen, so she just gives up. Right, new round has started. Let's have a look at, let's follow Alex's game from the start. I've got a National Master, Defense Streeter, and Alex has got Sinkerfield, FIDE Master. Okay, what do I do here? I don't know. I used too much time on one move there. I really shouldn't be doing that. I just got hammered. What happened? I don't really know what happened in my game. I got absolutely destroyed. Fair play to my opponent, who played really well. Okay, what's going on here? So Alex is still playing against the FIDE Master. 3.5 points. Oh, he joins me if he wins this. I think tiredness is creeping in for me. Probably is for all of us, though. I'm regretting my 2 earlier games, which I lost when I had great openings. Sometimes you can get out the opening, and if you're just worse, it's just a horrible mess, and that happens from time to time. But if you have positive openings where you're doing quite well, you're like, should be going on to win. And Alex saw that it was a little tactic coming in. I think he's trying to survive here. Rook for a knight and bishop, or rook for 2 bishops. Ooh, nice tactic. Hey, well done, Alex. Fantastic comeback there. What was a really difficult game for you to win. Obviously, the tactic to win the piece back was really good. Won on time in the end with 1.7 seconds left. That's how you have to win these games. So he moves on to the same points as me, which is 4.5. And Dan's won, so he's on 6 points, I believe. So well done, Dan. That's a great win against an IM as well, by the looks of things. And Johan, I've lost count of how many points Johan's actually on. I think he was half a point ahead, wasn't he? But he's won. So fantastic. Who's still playing? Farouj still playing against Nihal Sarin, 8.5 to 8. MSB2 is on 9 points. Who was that again? If somebody can remind me in the chat. So how many points does that put Johan on now? If he's won. Fantastic win, Johan. How have we won here? Oh, you just got the queen up. Knight in, bishop, rook up. Now it's queen. Although you look like you've got a really good. Is this some sort of King's Gambit where you just kept the pawn on f4? Yeah, it was. I don't know how I could tell that from the opening. Yeah, look at Black's pieces going forward here. This is how you play chess. Really nice. Black minor pieces and the pawn on f4 now as a weapon. So Blue Baum is it on the MSB2. Fantastic play by him. It's on 9 points. 1 game left. And Farouj is on 9.5 out of 10. So this is the last round. And boy, am I tired. So I'm quite happy it's the last round. Well done, Johan. I think I've lost track of how many points you're on. Right, I've got a National Master to finish up. Should have won some of the games. We'll finish with Johan, seeing as I don't know how many points he's on. Maybe it will tell me. He's on 5 points. Okay, so 5 points for him, 6 points for Dan, 4.5 for me and Alex. It's like your hand's blitzed out. Some sort of Benko Gambit accepted here. And got his Rook's double on the A file and trying to keep his B pawn. My opponent's going for a King's Gambit exchange variation. Really imaginative. What's called the exchange? Yeah. Yeah, I'm very tired. I'm resigning my last game. that was really bad play, but what's to learn from? And future title Tuesdays, I will maybe be a bit more awake because I'm going to stop going to football because I'll be doing my school clubs will be back on. And I'll be running around my junior club this evening as well for the first time. And it looks like Johan should win this, although it's very, very close. It's okay. He's going to have to work really hard to win that. Top games are Ferrugia's on 10 points. Looks like he's got the victory in the bag. Nobody else can catch him. Kyrie's still on 8. So Ferrugia's won it. Well done, Johan, for getting 6 points. Really good score. Ever since we started streaming, my performance has gone down. Yours has gone up, but I mean, I see some of my games and I should have definitely won. Oh, you got to play KNVB. Who is that again? KNVB. Lucky there, Dan. I think you finished on the same amount of points as Johan. KNVB is Eamon Hamilton. Okay. So, whoa, what happened here? Hang on a minute. Oh, did he play his? Oh, you played this. So this is the gambit. He's played this over the board. Hamilton has. So yeah, you lose your queen, but then here, well, knight f6, rook b3 first, bishop b2, knight e4. Ouch! Oh, and you just give up. Yeah, well, it's probably sleeping time. Johan's lost a shed load of rating. I've lost a shed load of rating, but I'm not too bothered because I think I'll get that back quite easy. Yeah, you're losing the knight on d2. White should still play on there, but I mean, okay. It's gone past midnight here. We're all a little tired and jaded after 11 rounds. And if you're not playing against the GMs, you don't care. It's like Alex lost his last game. So me and Alex finished on the same amount of points at least. So I didn't do too badly. Look at that, 3 wins in a row for Alex. Really good to see him get wins because we have 3 draws. So 4.5 points for us. Johan and Dan got 6 points. My game was shockingly bad. I've actually had a message from my opponent, I think. I don't know what that means. No idea. Can anybody translate something for me? Is that Russian? Let's have a look. Dictionary. Google. Thank you for playing fair. Good luck, is what he says. That's very nice. Thank you very much, Coral. He's sent me a message. You can't see it on the stream. It flashes too much. I'm guessing, I don't know what language that is. Where's he from? From Ukraine. Okay, fair enough. He must be Ukrainian, I'm guessing. Best not mix up those two. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I think it's bedtime now. And we'll be here next week looking at more chess. See you on Thursday night at 10 o'clock for the Welsh Chess Chat, where we'll maybe review some of these games and we can have a discussion about how to play on. I will get better as I get used to streaming while playing at the same time. Maybe that's made me lose a little bit of focus, but we will hopefully get some more games against some top players, and that's really what we want to see. Well done to Ali Reza Future for winning it. But yeah, apart from that, thanks for watching, everybody. Good night. Turn that on.